Dear students, this is a continuation of the previous video. I started explaining this program. So we are creating a base pointer and you are calling the member function for the address, and you are calling the show member function for this address. So this address consists of the object B, base class object. So for the base class object you are calling this member function. Similarly, here the same pointer variable you are using, but you are changing the address. So now we are using address of the derived class object. So only one pointer variable you are using, In that pointer variable you are saving the address of the base class object and also derived class object. Like this you can manage the memory space. Instead of creating a separate one, you can use only one pointer variable and base class pointer variable to store all the remaining objects. Okay, so this statement calling the member functions for the base class object, this statements calling the member functions of the derived class. Now I am moving to the class definition. See here, class base class. Base class consists of void display, cout display, void show, cout show base. Similarly, derived class, so it's a single inheritance, it's a derived class, and base class is derived here as a public mode. Okay. Here also I am using two member functions. One is void display, void show. See here, in your base class and also in derived class you are using same function name. Base class also void display, derived class is also void display. In base class void show, derived class also consists of void show. So when you are executing this program, the compiler, how it will identify the member functions, as the derived class consists of the base class also. So the derived class consists of derived class characteristics plus base class characteristics. That means derived class consists of this display show, and also these two also derived here. So it consists of 2 plus 2 member functions. Clear? So 2 is from derived class, 2 is from base. So how the compiler identify this? Okay, so now I will tell you what happened for this program. Now you are calling a member function for the base class object. So display, so base class object, so it calls the member function from the base class. So it calls this function and it gives the output display base, then show, and it gives the output show base. Alright, this is for this statement. Then next, base pointer points to derived class. Now the pointer points to derived class. Now you are calling these two member functions for derived class objects. Derived class object means it calls the member functions available inside the derived class. Void display, so display derived, and here this is calling for again derived class object. So show derived, right? But it will not happen. It will not call the member function from the derived class. For this, it will not call the member function from the derived class. It will not print this and this, because in your derived class consists of these two functions as well as these two functions, because you have derived the base class characteristics here. So it consists of this member function plus this member function. So whenever you are using this statement and you are calling display and show, directly it calls the base class member functions. Directly it calls base class member function and it prints a display base and show base. Correct? So both are same, display base, and whenever you are calling the member function for the derived class object, again it prints and it calls the base class member functions because both are having same function name. And also one more point, in your derived class the base class characteristics are derived here, but your this compiler or this program display the same answers two times. So it is duplicate of this answer is duplicate of the first one, but this is wrong one. I don't want this type of output. Whenever you are calling for the base class uh, data should be printed. Whenever you are calling for the derived class, the derived class content should be printed. What you have to do? So for this I have to use one keyword virtual. I have to use one keyword virtual, correct? I have to use one keyword virtual, correct? So that means it will not produce any duplicate. It will not produce any duplicate. So whenever you are calling the member function for the base class, it will print only this. Whenever you are calling the member function for the derived class, again it will not come to your derived class. It is in virtual mode. So again and again the same content will not be repeated. This is advantage of virtual function. So if I am giving virtual here, automatically this will not be displayed in your derived class. So whenever now everything is same, only one you are using including the keyword virtual, so it will not be repeated. Now if you are including this, automatically you can get this, and while you are calling the member functions for the derived class, it will not display base class data. It will display only derived class data. That's all. Yeah. Hope you would have understood everything. So far we have discussed so many concepts to understand the concept of virtual function. So everything is coming under the concept of polymorphism. So I have uploaded 5 videos in this virtual function, but it consists of so many concepts. So just I summarize everything. First we have discussed about what is polymorphism. There are two types of polymorphism. One is runtime polymorphism, compile time polymorphism. So function overloading, operator overloading coming under compile time polymorphism. Virtual functions coming under runtime polymorphism. For that, to understand that, we have discussed about pointers and we have created pointers for the object. So this we have discussed item, pointer, variable, and then these are the syntax. In different ways you can access the member functions through the pointer variable, correct? Then we have discussed about how we can use a new and delete operator for the object, and then we have discussed about this pointer. This pointer is also another one pointer variable. So it points for which you are calling this function, correct? And then another one advantage of this pointer is return. You can return this object, return the object using this pointer. And also discuss about derived class pointer. You discuss. Finally I explained about virtual function, correct? So for virtual function only you have to use the keyword virtual, so it will not be duplicated. Yeah. Already in previous classes we have discussed about friend function. Thank you. We will see the next video.